Hey guys, I am Adam. Welcome to the Vintage Sanctuary. My last national pickup to show, and here it's been a full month since the national. But it's not yet September, so I think I just squeezed within the statute of limitations for showing national pickups. And then we'll move on to other things in future videos. So let me get you looking at this stunning beauty. Priced at $65, thought I would gamble on this one, so I took a chance and offered $50. As mentioned, we had little to no Wi-Fi, so I was unable to look up comps, but at $50, this card seemed like a safe wager. So let me get you looking closer at this stunning beauty. This is my first Pete Rose card, and it is in an SGC Gem Mint 5. And it is so sweet. I just love that vivid red color. And then I love the way on his name, the Pete is in black, but the rose is in red, just making a gorgeous match with the red that's everywhere else on Pete himself. And then the burlap borders just really contrast nicely with that red. Sharp, vibrant, just a gorgeous card. Now notice on his left shoulder, looks like there's a little white dot there. I'll see if I can zoom in on that a little bit. Actually, that is lime green under magnification. And it is just beautiful. It's actually in the shape of a yam. It's a lime green yam. Now, I don't know, maybe this is on a lot of the 68 Topps Pete Rose cards, so I'm not claiming that it's a rare lime green yam dot. But nonetheless, guess what? I'm giving this stunning beauty a 10 for having that gorgeous, just stunning lime green yam dot there on the shoulder. Let me show you the back as well. Really nicely centered on the back, just sharp, just an absolutely stunning card. And my first card of Pete Rose. After I bought this beauty, I said to myself, I cannot say for certain, but I bet this card is a solid buy. Now, I wouldn't put money on it because I'm not really a gambling man, but I thought the probability was in my favor, and I'm not exactly sure why this guy's not in the Hall of Fame. I think maybe he engaged in too much hitting. Hitting is generally frowned upon, and for good reason. Except for, of course, self-defense, or when John Mangini is turning an eBay authenticity guarantee box into blue confetti. Now that type of hitting is really highly valued in the vintage card community. But was Rose's hitting really in self-defense? I mean, he could have just stepped out of the batter's box, right? Yeah, the more I think about it, Rose's hitting was definitely not in self-defense. And he is the all-time hits leader. So I can totally understand why he is not in the Hall of Fame. A gorgeous card nonetheless. What do you think, guys? Was this card worth the risk? I had a hunch that it was, but I'm really not one to speculate. Nonetheless, with little to no Wi-Fi at the National, that definitely upped the ante. On a different note, I wanted to point out an interesting phenomenon. Doug, whose channel name is DKahn, that's D-K-A-H-N, we both keep getting mentioned in videos. Now, don't get me wrong, I am honored and humbled to be mentioned in videos, and I'm also honored and humbled to be mentioned in videos with Doug. But what I mean is we keep getting mentioned in the same videos. Like somebody makes a video and they mention Doug and they also mention me. Or they mention me and they also mention Doug. And this is a very interesting phenomenon. And so I have two theories as to what's going on. Theory one, the entire YouTube vintage card community is in awe of our Red Heart Ralph Kiners that we got about the same time. So both Doug and I fairly recently got a Red Heart Ralph Kiner. He showed his off in one of his videos. His is the better one. Mine's gorgeous, but mine's a Gem Mint 10 essentially in my mind, but his is like Gem Mint Plus 10.5. Just an amazing card. Now you might say, well, hey, there's others who have Red Heart Kiners, like the Drew. But I mean, come on, with a name like the Drew, you can pretty easily predict he's going to have a Red Heart Kiner. Okay, here's theory two. The entire YouTube vintage card community has taken note of the, let's just say, nature of my humor and Doug's humor, and has decided to link us together before starting a petition to remove us from YouTube in a Stun the Pun campaign to restore some level of sanity to YouTube vintage card videos. So what do you think, guys? Which theory is more likely, or maybe you have a third theory? I feel like the stakes are high for Doug and I right now. Doug, with all of this uncertainty, we might just have to up our game. With any luck, you guys either enjoyed my attempts at humor or you graciously overlooked them and enjoyed seeing my card gamble at the National on my first Pete Rose card. Thank you for sharing in my joy. I hope you had a wonderful and peaceful time in the Vintage Sanctuary.